In the last episode, we created a chat agent UI, and we kind of left it blank, but we did get to the point where we could type in something and then get a response from a LLM. However, this is rather limited, and it's not really a great user experience because this model hasn't been trained on the nature of this application. You could go through the process of fine-tuning the model so that it could give a bit more relevant information, but as we have seen in the past, that's not really a great idea because ultimately your company would be responsible for what the LLM responds with. So even if you did fine-tune it, there's still good chances that it could give improper information. And so in this episode, we're going to have a look at using a classification model. So we can still give it greetings, but then we can say something like, how much is in my savings, and then get a relevant response. If we type something like, why is the sky blue? The model will have no idea how to classify that. Then it's going to respond with, I'm sorry, I don't understand that request. Please try again. And so this kind of experience is much more familiar with the different kind of chatbots that we had in the past, but they are much safer in the sense that they're not going to hallucinate and give bad information because we are using a classification model that we have fine-tuned to understand what is a greeting. So if we type in hi or hello, then it's going to give us the greeting, or we can type something like, how are you doing today? And it'll give us the greeting. And so the hi, hello, how are you doing today? All got classified to a greeting category. And the confidence of that was high enough to where it knew how to proceed. And so in this episode, we're going to look at creating the classification model and then how we could consume it. We are going to be using a separate Python service to do the fine-tuning and then also hosting the service, simply because I don't like putting that responsibility inside of my Rails application, even though you could write a wrapper around the Python service to do that, but I typically find the performance overhead just isn't worth it. And so if you haven't watched episode 501 yet, then I do recommend you go and watch that one first, because we're going to be continuing on with that code base in this episode. And did you know that you can go to railsstore.com to get your own Ruby on Rails t-shirt or your Drift in Ruby t-shirt? To watch this full episode and more videos, visit driftinruby.com and subscribe to the Pro membership.